Hello there, welcome back to my Vision News. Breaking news for you from the Amhara region of Ethiopia, where Fano fighters took almost complete control of a main city, Gonder, where a counter offensive was expected. Since yesterday, Ethiopian National Defense Force has been making preparations for a big counter-offensive. So it seems that the counter-offensive, a major counter-offensive has been launched by Ethiopian military on Gondar city. We have details for you through some exclusive sources on the ground. We got this information for you around an hour ago. Ethiopian military launched its full-scale operation. In which area of Gondar city is fighting ongoing these minutes? Can we say that it's a full-fledged military operation? Where is Fano? Where are residents? Where is Ethiopian National Defense Force? And why is ENDF in a hurry? It could have negotiated with people, with elders, but it rushed to recapture Gondar. What consequences will it have? Details for you about this offensive on Gondar. Firstly, viewers, we were discussing in videos yesterday that Ethiopian military was being mobilized along Dansha to Gonder road. Gonder, 4 roads lead to Gonder. Dansha to Gonder, Debark to Gonder, Gonder to Matimma, Gonder to Debre Tabor, southern part. When Fano fighters retook Gonder, when they captured Gonder, they took almost entire Gonder city gradually. They took control of Azizo, where there is ENDF camp. They reached Gonder airport too. ENDF was trying to get reinforcements, but it was difficult for ENDF to get reinforcements from all sides. On all sides, the Fano fighters had managed to cut off roads. So only options left for ENDF was getting support from the north. 2 roads from the north, Debark, Edarkai, Mesabri, Salamti, Edarkai, Debark, Gondar road, which connects Gondar with Volkayt. Second road, Gondar, Dansha, Sagade, Volkayt. So, only viable option for ENDF was to call supplies from Western Tigray, disputed territory between Tigray and Amhara regions. Now it seems that this offensive is coming from the north. Ethiopian National Defense Force deployed in Western Tigray. By the way, Amhara hardliners call it Volkayt Amhara Sagade. They say there is no area called Western Tigray. Both regions have claims to this zone. So massive reinforcements, tens of thousands of ENDF soldiers were seen heading towards Gondar using Dansha to Gondar road. I reported that this morning. Now, these minutes, sounds of gunshots, heavy weapons can be heard in central Gondar city. But there is no fighting in the center of Gondar city. Reportedly, Ethiopian National Defense Force is trying to take control of 2 high places in a northern part of Gondar city. So technically we can say that ENDF has started its offensive. Though there is no full-scale war on all sides of Gondar city, main offensive is coming from the north. The two roads connecting Gondar with western Tigray, with Volkayth, Debark to Gondar and Dansha to Gondar, they meet in Velleka neighborhood. They meet there. To the west of Velleka, there is a mountain, a long mountain with a monastery on top, Yarid Monastery, I think. Fighting is ongoing for the control of this mountain, which you face when you enter Gondar from a northern side. Ethiopian National Defense Force was more than 10 kilometers away from Gondar city last night. It started advancing and now it is trying to take control of the mountains at the entry of Gondar city. We can say that. Can we say it's a full-scale offensive? Yes, it's a full-scale offensive, because full-scale offensive does not mean that ENDF will start firing bullets at each and every neighborhood of Gondar. No. Offensive was expected from the north, which I reported yesterday. Offensive began from the north. Target is entry of Gondar from the north. Other sides under Fano control. This side too was under Fano control, but Fano fighters, I think they are letting ENDF come in. I said this morning that Fano fighters won't fight outside Gondar city. They cannot. They have limited capabilities. Their main support is people. People of Gondar are with Fano fighters. We saw yesterday a massive protest in support of Fano in Gondar city. Thousands were there. On Thursday, we saw clashes, urban combat in Gondar city. Civilians, unarmed, youths, unarmed, empty-handed were with Fano fighters. So main support base of Fano fighters is public support. If they choose a territory outside the city to confront Ethiopian National Defense Force, they won't be able to stop ENDF. They can only stop ENDF in the city, but that carries the risk of large-scale civilian casualties. But civilians are ready to die, by the way. Civilians are ready to die. I shared with you the mood which is in Gondar in a video this morning. Fano has mobilized motivated people ready to fight. Majority, I wouldn't say all, but majority of them ready to fight, because Fano is telling them, fight for your ethnicity, for your religion, for your kids. Your daughters, your women will be raped, you'll be killed, you'll be displaced, fight, rise. So people mobilized. Brainwashed or mobilized, I won't say what they are, what is the state of mind, but people ready to fight. That is why Fano retreated towards the city, and now ENDF is trying to enter the city by taking control of these two mountains to the west of Velleka. Central Gondar so far calm. Azizo, I could not get any information about fighting there too. Main offensive is from the north, but we could see secondary offensives too from some other sides too. Why did ENDF launch this offensive, counter-offensive in a hurry? Ethiopian military could have waited. It could have talked to Gonder elders, like it did a few weeks ago when military tried to capture Messafint. Messafint was rescued by Gonder people. Back then, military talked to Gonder elders. For 2 days, people went on strike in Gondar city, but then talks were held in Gondar city mayor office and agreement was reached. ENDF withdrew from Gondar city, Fano fighters withdrew too. This time, no negotiations. Why? This is a very important question. I think PM Abiy's government believes that it needs to act quickly. Things are getting out of control. Gonder has historical, religious, cultural, military significance. If Gonder remains under Fano control for almost a week, it would be a serious blow to Ethiopian federal government strength. People would say government has failed if it cannot recapture Gonder. So I think from the federal government, there is pressure on Ethiopian National Defense Force to recapture Gonder. If you remember, when Tigray forces entered Amhara region in July 2021, they never rushed when it came to entering big cities. I remember Voldia remained under siege by TDF members for days. Dasi put under siege for days. Tigray fighters used to talk to the people. They used to give safe exit to the people. And then they tried to enter big Amhara cities without causing collateral damage. Maybe they felt that the collateral damage could lead to more resistance, but that is what happened. But here, no negotiation so far reportedly. ENDF in a hurry to recapture Gonder. PM Abiy's government was in a hurry to disband Amhara Special Force. And that cost the government. That disbandment of Amhara Special Force strengthened Fano fighters, and we saw start of a challenging insurgency in the Amhara region. This move to recapture Gonder is also going to have a make or break effect. If military takes back Gonder in a few days, it would be a blow to Fano fighters because Gonder is their base. If Gonder falls, it will be difficult for other cities to resist because behind Fano in Gonder there is public support. And Gonder knows how to resist, by the way. We saw that when Tigray fighters tried to capture Gonder, they could not, Gonder city. Despite several major offensives, they could not reach Gonder city. They were stopped near Debar back then. So, because of the significance of this city, PM Abiy's government is rushing things. Another important point, if during the course of ENDF's attempt to take over Gonder, a large-scale massacre of civilians happens, the effect, the shock waves of this massacre will be felt across Ethiopia. So it's a big decision made by the government to launch an offensive to retake Gonder city. But we'll have to wait. Let's see how much strength, how much force ENDF deploys to take back the two high places to the west of Veleka neighborhood. That we'll see in the next few hours. Maybe tomorrow we'll be able to say what is on the ground situation. ENDF has managed to reach close to Gonder city. It's in the outskirts. It is trying to enter, it is trying to take control of the mountains at the entry. But it's not that ENDF is indiscriminately firing at all the areas in Gonder, no. So we'll have to wait for a few hours to give you complete report. So far, offensive began. One important thing, in the last video before this one, I reported about fighting in Bahildar. I did not say Bahirdar is under full Fano control. I said that from Miravi, Fano fighters managed to reach Kabale 14 and they were trying to reach the airport too, fighting near airport. That is what I reported. People start accusing me, Sajid, you are reporting incorrectly. Bahirdar is not under full Fano control. I'll report if Bahirdar is under full Fano control. But whatever I confirm, I share with you. I confirm that Fano fighters entered Bahirdar from western side. I share with you. I confirmed Ethiopian National Defence Force trying to enter Gonder from northern side. I am sharing it with you. And then I'll keep on updating you. But this decision by the Ethiopian government to launch a major offensive on Gondar city is a big decision. It will have its impact on the final outcome of the insurgency and state of emergency imposed in the Amhara region of Ethiopia. Thanks for watching.